పక్కన సింబల్ వచ్చింది.
ఇదా
అక్కడ నుంచి మళ్ళీ రికార్డ్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది.
ఇప్పుడు స్టాప్ రికార్డింగ్.
మొత్తం అసలు ఉంది.
రెడ్ కనిపితే ఇది రికార్డింగ్. ఓకే ఓకే
రికార్డింగ్లోనే ఉంది.
ఓకే. Now we will see an example of database definition by considering one enterprise data model. So here in this example I am going to have the database regarding the customers and the orders from that customers and which products have been ordered by means of that customers. So in order to gather the information regarding this type of database, so what type of customers have ordered which type of products and what are their orders, all the details must be captured by means of our database. So for that purpose we have gathered some certain 4 types of relations as you are seeing. The first table is customer table and the next table is product table. The next one is order table. Okay, so by means of this one, the customer table identifies the customer who have placed the orders. The order table consisting of the information about orders that have been placed by means of the customers, and after that through which order line how much quantity has been placed by means of that particular order, by means of that which customer, all the details will be placed by means of the order line table. And by means of the product table we are going to capture the information regarding what type of products, what is the product ID, what is the product name, what is the product manufacturer, all the details regarding the product information will be captured by means of the product table. Okay, now we'll see how the tables will be created by means of our create table statement. So this is the information regarding customer table. Customer table consisting of customer ID, customer name, customer address including the city, state, zip code, etc. All that information is being recorded in the customer table. So while coming to the order table, what is the order ID, what is the order customer ID who have placed that order, all that information is being captured in the order table. While coming for the product table, the product table consisting of product ID, product name, product trademark, all the details is being captured by means of your product table. While coming for the order line table, what is the order ID, what is the product ID, through which order which particular product has been ordered and how many quantities have been ordered for that particular product, all that information is being maintained in the order table. So see, individually we will see the definition of product table now. How to create the table? Create table. What is the meaning of the what is the table name? Product T. So see, what are the fields of your product table? Product ID, which indicates the product which can be used in order to uniquely identify a particular product, that is a product number, where several products are there. For unique identification of the products we have given the unique ID, that is product ID. What is the constraint that we have put on the product ID? Not null. After that, what is the product description, whether it is a soap, whether it is a shampoo, all the description will be captured under the second attribute, that is product description, that has been defined as a string. Next, product finish. What is the finish? When it has been finished, all the details will be put under the category of product finish, that is also a string. So here we have applied one domain constraint, that is a check constraint. For that one check, what is the attribute on which we are applying the check constraint? Product finish. What type of in? Definitely cherry, natural oak, white ash, red oak, natural oak and wash. What is the purpose of check constraint? The purpose of check constraint, it will check whether that particular constraint is being satisfied or not. What is the constraint we have given? Check product finish in, what are the values that we have given? Cherry, red oak, natural oak, white ash, comma, water nut, white ash. What is the meaning of this constraint is it will restrict the data entry operators within the product finish column such that they can only enter only these values under the column of product finish. The possible values for the product finish are cherry, red oak, natural oak, water nut and white ash. That is the meaning of check constraint, or that is the meaning of in operator. How the in operator is working is, whenever we are giving the values for the product finish, automatically this check constraint will check such that the entered values must and should be within the specified list of values. If I enter a value, for example, for the product finish, if I have entered another Kharjura, it will check automatically whether this value is within the list of specified values or not. Check whether the Kharjura is specified in the list of values or not. It is not there in the specified list, so this entry of value under the product finish is not allowed. So that is the meaning of your check constraint. So what is the next attribute we have defined? Product finish price. What is the price of that particular product? That will be entered under the column of product finish price. As because it is a floating point value, we have taken the data type as decimal 6.6, 2. Next, product line ID. So through which line it is being delivered, that product line ID is being captured under the last column, that is product line ID, which has been taken as the integer. At last we have defined one constraint on the table, that is primary key constraint. What is the primary key of this table? Product ID is the primary key of this table. So we have taken the third way to define the constraint. What is the third way? As already we have learned, constraint keyword followed by the constraint name. What is the constraint name? We have defined product underscore pk. What is the type of the constraint? Primary key. On which attribute I have defined the constraint? Product ID. So this is the way how we can define the tables by using the create table. So we will deal all the rest of the tables also. So see, the next table is order line table. Order line table specifies which order, through which order So the next table is customer table. The customer table identifies the customers who are placing the orders. So see how to create the customer table. Create table. What is the table name? Customer underscore T followed by the list of attributes. What is the first attribute? Customer ID. It can be used in order to identify a particular customer. It is a number, and the constraint that is applied on that column is not null, as well as followed by the customer name. It is a string followed by the customer address. It is also a string. City, state and pin code of the particular customer is also listed, and followed by the constraint on that customer table. What is the constraint we have defined on the customer table? Constraint name I have put it is a customer underscore pk in order to indicate it is a primary key on the customer table. What is the type of the constraint? Primary key. On which attributes I want to apply the primary key constraint? That is on the customer ID table. So it is about the customer table description. So what is the next table? The next table is order underscore T. It gives the order details, which customer has placed which order at which date. Already the orders table is also over. Consider the order line table. The order line table consisting of the order ID, through which order ID, which particular product, how many quantities has been ordered. So see, order line underscore T is the table name. What are the attributes? Order ID. So see, the next table is order line table. How to create the table? Create table order line underscore T. What are the attributes? Order ID in order to identify a particular order. Product ID in order to identify the product which has been ordered by means of this particular order. Next, what is the next attribute? Is ordered quantity. In how many quantities this particular product has been placed. So for example, in the order ID 100, the particular product 1 has been ordered 3. What is the meaning of this one? Through the order number 100, we are ordering the product 1 in 3 quantities. Product 1 is ordered in number 3 through the order 100. That is the purpose of your order line table. And what are the constraints we have applied? As you already see, the primary key on this table is both order ID and product ID. That is order ID and product ID. Here the order ID is a foreign key that has been taken from the order underscore T table, whereas the product ID is a foreign key that has been taken from the product table. Sir, మీద స్లాట్ అయిపోయింది అన్ని యూనిట్స్ పండగ చేస్తున్నారు అయితే ఎవరండి ఏం ఇంతకీ ఏదో జరుగుతుందంట
నేను విశేషం తీసుకోమని ఎవరో తీసుకోమని డబ్బులు ఎవరైనా ఇస్తాను మేడం అన్న పదాలకి అందరూ నన్ను డిఫరెన్స్లో అడిగారు. అది కూడా చెప్తాయి మేడం ఎల్టీపీ డబ్బులు కట్టించిన రోజు నా మొహం చల్లా పడేసారు అంటే ఏమైంది కట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కానీ
ఎవరన్నా వింటే